0873. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Hello at work.
You, our viewers and listeners, it is a beautiful day today, Monday, the 30th day of September. Wow. Gradually the year is coming to an end, and we thank God for life. I hope we're all doing fine this morning. It is your favorite program on radio and TV, Hello at Work, that normally comes your way Mondays and Thursdays. And on today's edition, I am having the privilege of welcoming us this morning. I am Ferry Josephine, and of course I have my my boss.
A very beautiful and spectacular good morning to you, our viewer and listener out there on the frequency of Unity 93.3 FM. Just we warmly welcome you to another edition of the program. Hello at Work, a program that brings you trending issues on social media. My name is Sani Ibrahim, and I'm together with my co-host, a comrade for the matter.
Not comrade though.
Comrade Ferry Josephine. Ferry Josephine, good morning. How is your weekend?
My weekend was very busy. I guess same was yours.
Yeah.
Very busy. We had a lot.
Mine was very, very busy. Everybody's weekend was busy here.
As far as the studio was concerned.
As far as the studio is concerned, honestly speaking, and we don't even get time to really rest.
Like that. But we thank God we are here again.
Yeah, we thank God we are here again because we know definitely you are out there waiting passionately for us to be here. All right, we have a lot of trending issues on social media, and today is Monday, the 30th of September 2024, and bravo, we are at the end of the quarter, and gradually the year is ending.
Yeah, it's ending.
And you know what they always say on the ember months, you drive carefully because ember months are usually just deadly.
Just very deadly though.
Drastic, you know, you get to hear accidents. I saw a story this morning about a couple that were taking their twin kids to dedication in a church, and the car somersaulted 6 times with the twins and the family members. But God so kind, you know, nobody got hurt. So ember months are always months that you need to actually, you know, be careful with whatever you are doing.
I don't know what is it with the ember month though.
Yeah, you know, ember months really, they are, you know, scary months. For me, I say they are very, very scary months because you get to hear a lot of things happening.
Bad things,
you know, from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, people I know just close to me, they lost their kids from age 14, some 12, some 9, and we have a baby of 2 also who lost her life. All right, we have our first story for the day that reads, high cost of transportation forces workers to resign from jobs. High cost of transportation forces workers to resign from jobs. And the story reads, for you to actually join this particular conversation, go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV. Just like our page and drop your comments, and we'll take your comments from there. View us live on our YouTube page at Unity TV, WhatsApp page at Unity Radio FM TV. Send your SMS coming in on the number 0803-749-7127. And let me delve into the story proper. Now, it reads, the various changes in government policies have continued to tell on Nigerians, especially the recent increase in fuel pump price across the country. This year alone, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has adjusted petrol pump prices upward twice from 617 naira to 855 naira and 950 naira in Lagos State, depending on the fuel station, and above 1,000 naira in other states within 2 weeks in September. Despite these changes, which have tremendously affected market prices and the cost of transportation, Nigerians have devised various means of survival, but the recent increase has not gone down well with some Nigerian workers' economy and lifestyle discovered. This has made them resort to resigning from their jobs or sleeping in their workplace to cut costs as they can no longer meet up with the increased cost of transportation, which is digging deep into their salaries. Mr. Dotun Owoyemi, who worked on the island and received a 5-figure salary, lamented, "I live on the mainland and work on the island. Before now, I spent 800 naira to and from my workplace. Now I spend 2,005 naira to and 3,000 naira daily." These commercial bus drivers are not helping matters at all either. A destination of 200 naira fare, they increase it to 500 naira. That of 100 naira to 300 naira. I earn just a 5-figure salary and spend almost half of my monthly salary on transportation alone. This is not funny at all. I had to resign from work because this 70,000 naira minimum wage is not functioning in all private organizations, truth be told. The fuel price increase pays a few people, not salary earners. Now, if you visit the market today, you will marvel at the negative effect of this new policy on the prices of goods. Many businesses have tagged the cost of fuel to the recent increase in the price of goods and services. I am still looking for a job on the mainland that is close to my house and will spend less transport fare compared to my various workplace. Ms. Sandra Douglas said, and I quote, "I have resigned already. I live around Elelonwo in Port Harcourt and was working at King Perel Kule, GRA. I spent 52,000 naira for transportation in a month for a job whose salary was not up to 100,000. I was working but couldn't feed myself." For Mrs. Dorcas Chukuma, a midwife who works in Marina, "I work as a midwife in one of the private hospitals in Marina but resigned recently due to the high cost of transportation. I was not the only one in my workplace that resigned. There were 4 of us. Living on the mainland and working on the island is not easy at all, especially now that the cost of transportation has tripled. Now the cost of food and services have also followed. I just had to source for another hospital on the mainland where I can work and spend less transport fare instead of spending all my salaries on transportation just to work on the island. It is a pity that the government, when introducing policies, doesn't consider the masses. The fuel price increase has introduced more poverty and hardship in the country."
Wow.
I pity them.
It's everywhere, you know.
See, you don't hear me. I pity them. Be like, say me, I enjoy.
It's everywhere.
I pity all of us. So I pity all of us.
We pity us. We pity us because transportation right now, I don't even want to. If I just stop a tricycle, I'm going to this place, how much? You tell me the money, I just enter. Because you can't even, by the time you say you bargain, you stop 5 and you will not leave that spot you're standing because the guys are going through a lot themselves. One was saying, if they go to buy fuel, they don't used to beg. They cannot even beg. They cannot even
negotiate.
They can't negotiate. They have to pay the money they are told it costs. So, no, why would people always want to negotiate? And then the passengers are not even understanding them. They make it feel as if it is them that are just deciding to hike the price of transport and all. But I see reasons with those guys. Even though it's a little bit overhyped, you know. You cannot say a place that used to cost 200 naira is costing 500 naira right now. That's a little bit too high. What happened to at least 400, 300? Let's just say 400. If you 500 is outrageous, it's much. And then you find out that those people are not even their salary. If you're to calculate, divide the times of days of the month times their salary, you find out that they are making close to nothing. Because by the end of the day, you end up spending all your salary on transportation. And if you eat at work, that is it. So you just live your life daily to go and come back. No saving, no plan. If you're a family man that your kids goes to school, you have to pay your rent, medical bills, all the necessities in the house.
You know, these people, now that some of them are lamenting that they had to you know, actually resign, and some that are really out to, you know, sleep within the office premises so that, you know, you wake up in the morning, you know. It's very, very disheartening. I think this situation is getting out of hand. Some homes might get broken. Like, you as a housewife, how would you comprehend? From island to mainland, you cannot come back home. You'll be sleeping at your workplace, is it for a week, or then you get back during the weekend, you know. It sounds awful. Like, people are beginning to turn to beggars, indirectly. No, professional beggars.
Yeah, corporate beggars. This is the point where I will say you need to become an understanding partner, either as a wife or as a husband. This is the point. We just have, no matter what, you just have to cut down your bill. There is this woman I used to buy bread. So if I just close, most of the time before I go home at night, I'll just stop and buy bread. And then one of the days I was passing, she was like, 2 days she didn't see me, I don't buy bread again, or I've changed where. I just smiled and I passed and I didn't respond. And then I was passing again and she was like, Auntie, that day I spoke to you, you didn't respond. No. And someone was there. And the person said, because that's basically what she said. She said, just bread, different type of good bread you get there. And then someone said, who eats bread now? Bread of 200 before is 400 now. Who eats bread?
You know, but for me, I'm a lover of bread and anything flour. You know, for me, personally for me, I prefer bread than rice.
I love
like
bread
if I
too.
get home now and I'm really, really hungry, the first thing is bread.
But then things you have to cut
with
down.
Black tea.
Yeah.
I'll take it first before I look at the kitchen and see what I can make.
I do that. Like I can literally live my whole life on bread. But the whole idea right now is cutting down. You can decide not to do with bread. You might want to, okay, instead of bread I eat now and then later I look for, let me just look for anything little and cook, so that I eat little now and later I eat. You understand? That's you just wanting to cut down. Sincerely, I love bread. I could just decide to eat bread any time of the day. I can eat it as breakfast, lunch and dinner. But then when you calculate the amount of money you're spending, now if you want to eat a good bread, you spend for 1,000 upward. And then imagine if you're a family man and then you want to buy bread for your family to take tea.
Yeah.
You understand? You're a family of 6. 1,000 naira bread won't do anything. So now this is a point where spouses need to be understanding. If you used to cook with meat, let's resort to fish right now. In fact, fish is even more expensive than meat to me. Let's use crayfish.
Fish is more expensive.
Fish is more expensive. Use crayfish. At least let's, you know, it boils down to understanding. If not, marriages will crash at this point. Sincerely, if a husband needs to give you 5,000 for soup, and he wakes up today to give you 200, 2,000. Now this is also a point as a housewife to be creative, to be what's the word? Industrious. There's this words now. Wise. Know how to find your way in the kitchen. Know how to be intentional about food stuff. If you used to cook with 5 Maggi, make it 4. A packet of Maggi seasoning cubes now is 1.5. Yeah. As of day before yesterday, it's 1.5 in the market, 1,500 for a packet of seasoning cubes. And then you can imagine how many how much you have to use if you're cooking 3 times a day. That means a packet of, if you're dividing
seasoning cube,
a packet of a seasoning cube, if you're dividing it into, let's say, 5 times 3 daily, before the end of the month is finished, and then you have to go back and buy. So I just think we have to be wise and in all we do, even as wives in the house. Yeah. If not, your husband will abscond. He will run and leave you. You will wake up. You will not even be sleeping at his place of work.
Honestly.
He will run. You will not see him again. Things are hard then.
A lot of things are happening, and you know, when you just sit down and you look at things and you say, wow. Even the 70,000 naira minimum wage that the government are talking about is not even.
It's nothing. 70,000.
Don't even put anything.
Which is 70,000. How much is a measure of rice? 70,000. How much is your child?
70,000 naira. If a Nigerian worker actually buys half bag of rice, groundnut oil, palm oil, seasoning cubes, and you know, buy what do you call it? Gari masara.
Okay, corn powder.
Corn powder. You know, get some things.
Little things.
The next thing is 0.
Mind you, inside this 50,000, 70,000
He
naira,
needs
there is
to
transportation.
pay. Definitely, he
There
needs to pay.
is other. If you're in a rented apartment, you have to start saving for house rent.
Yeah.
You have to keep in case of emergency. You have to
You know, all right. I think we've done justice to this particular topic. Go to our Facebook page at 20 Radio FM TV. Just like our page and drop your comments, and we'll take your comments from there. Go to our YouTube page at 20 TV, WhatsApp page at 20 Radio FM TV. We delve into our second story that reads, October 1, police deploy in states as organizers insists on protests. Comrade Farid Josephine.
I'm not saying anything. Let's have the story though.
Now, despite appeals by some stakeholders and the federal government calling for calm, organizers of the October 1 protests against hardship in the country have insisted on going ahead with tomorrow's action. Now, given reasons, one of the lawyers to the detained August 1 protester, Mr. Deji Adeyanju, yesterday asserted that the first round of protests is on the heels of the federal government's failure to address protesters' earlier demands. Now, Adeyanju said the government intentionally kept the issues aside, adding that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's promise to engage with protesters had not been fulfilled. Meanwhile, the Jigawa Police Command will deploy its men today in readiness for the protest, just as Lagos Command met with protest organizers and assured them of security. Also, Lagos State Government said the restriction of the action to 2 designated venues still stands, warning that protesters will not be allowed in other areas to avoid a breakdown of law and order. Reacting to the planned protest, the federal government yesterday urged the protesters to sheath their swords and refrain from acts of violence. Minister of Information and National Orientation Alhaji Muhammad Idris, in a chat with Vanguard, said the federal government is appealing to all Nigerians to remain calm and refrain from any acts of violence as Nigeria celebrates its 64th independence anniversary and 25 years of unbroken democracy. The government of President Bola Tinubu is committed to ensuring peace, unity and prosperity for all. It is also important for Nigerians to see opportunity in the various policies of the government and use it for their betterment. However, Adeyanju said there is no going back on the protest because the issues from the August 1 nationwide peaceful protest have not been addressed. Citizens have the right to protest. Now, irrespective of insinuation of government, arraignment of protesters, intimidation and attempts to criminalize protests, citizens have insisted and expressed their right that they must protest. It is a constitutionally guaranteed right that cannot be derogated in any circumstance. I believe that it is the government's responsibility to ensure that citizens enjoy constitutionally guaranteed rights and all must protect their rights. They are hitting the streets on October 1 because the protesters' demands have not been met. Not one has been met, and even the promise by the president that please shelve the protest, I am going to engage with you, none and nothing has happened. The president has refused to engage, which means that the president really takes the people for granted. He also said the protest will hold as planned by the organizers because even under the military, people were allowed to protest. The police are aware of the protest, and the organizers of the Take It Back movement have written to the police in Lagos, Abuja, Oyo and other parts of the country. The protest is nationwide. Recalling that security agents during the August 1 protest arrested and remanded peaceful protesters and might repeat their actions during the October 1 protest, he said the protesters are not deterred. That will be the intention of government anyway, but I can tell you that that will not deter citizens at all in exercising their franchise. And this is an opportunity to call on citizens to blaze the trail and ensure that their rights are enforced during these October 1 protests. Adeyanju also said the Police Act mandated the police to protect protesters exercising their guaranteed constitutional rights, of which protest is one. In fact, the police had tried to say they were inviting the protesters for a meeting, but the protesters had declined. The protesters had offered a Zoom meeting, which the police did not oblige. On the days the protest will last, he said it was only the organizers who would decide how many days the protest would last, and he added that as soon as the protest commences, the organizers will give details of activities. We are working aggressively to release all protesters. All right, I'm not done with the story. Yeah, I'm not done reading the story. I'll reserve part of this particular story after we get back from the commercial break with the men on the console. Keep your messages coming in on the number 0803-749-7127. Go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV. Just like our page and drop your comments, and we'll take your comments immediately after the break. Do not go anywhere. Keep your dial on Unity TV.
Hello at work. Stay calm, keep hustling, and live life to the fullest.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It a kill love, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune in to Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
Unity.
So if you're just tuning in, it's the frequency of Unity 93.3 FM Jos, and at the same time Unity TV. And like I said before we go for the break, today is Monday, 30th of September 2023. And before we go for the break, we are discussing our first and second story, but we have a commercials that we need to actually pay some bills with. And it reads, "Hello Niger, what comes to your mind when you think of Nigeria? When was the last time you took a trip to discover the breathtaking sceneries and iconic landscapes? I bet you never thought about it. Remember how those clips from the Ojude Oba Festival, it broke the internet? That's the power of showcasing how rich the Nigerian culture can be. From Idanre Hills in Ondo State, Kajuru Castle in Kaduna, to the Ogbunike Caves in Anambra, there is so much more for the world to see in Nigeria. MTN just launched the See Naija platform to showcase the true essence of Nigeria and her iconic sights and unique sounds. The platform takes you on an adventure through photos, videos, and stories to help you rediscover the beauty in this country. So if you are interested in repping your state and showing us the way you see it, then this is your moment. This is an invitation to See Naija contest where you get the chance to upload your content and tell your Nigerian stories just the way you see it. And of course, there are prizes for the person with the most captivating content. Now, to enter this competition, simply visit the MTN See Naija website, -mtn.ng/See Naija and / to get started, and submit a 1 to 2 minute video entry of a beautiful view of your state that hasn't been seen before. Upload your video on Instagram, X, TikTok or Facebook using the hashtag #SeeNaija with MTN, and fourth, you tag at MTNNG and tag your location. The competition kicks off immediately, that's on the 27th of September 2024, World Tourism Day, and will run for 3 months. So what are you doing? Go ahead and register for this particular competition, comrade. Go and register. Sure, you get camera.
Yeah, I know.
You've tried?
I've tried.
Okay.
You borrow me your phone. Use the camera. We win the competition.
It hasn't gotten to that. It hasn't gotten to that, man. All right. Yeah. So about the issue of the protest.
Yeah.
So we're discussing about the protest issue before we actually go for the commercials. And yes, when I saw this particular, I said, Nigerians are at it again. But nevertheless, since it is their constitutional rights, they can go ahead and do the protest. That's for me, because I don't want to say don't go for protest. Then later they will not say I said it. No. Go for the protest. Everyone has a right to actually protest for what he stands for.
It's just unfortunate that here in this part of the world,
those arrested from the last protest are
still in detention. Yeah, and then in this part of the world, protest is supposed to be a poor man's way of airing his view, talking to the government. Protest is a way, is supposed to be the means where the poor man will get the government come down to its level, to their level. Like, we at this point, this is where we are. We want you guys to come down and meet us. Let's have an understanding. But then in this part of the world, it's not like that. Instead, they try to see you, they try to bring up every reason possible for you not to go out on the protest and all. And then I think making people not go out on protest is not even the thing. Okay, if they are going out on the protest, why are they going out on the protest? Alright. There's always a reason. And then this is like, is this not the third protest on a roll? A bit second on a roll. Just interval of months. What is it? What do the people want? What are they asking for? Is it something that cannot be done? Are we asking for a piece of Pharaoh's head that we can't get? We're not asking for something that is impossible. What the people are asking is just the dividends of democracy, what they signed up for.
And it's not something hard.
It's not something, just give us good life, give us good road, good amenities, hospitals, electricity. Let us be able to eat good food. When you just let us be able to eat food. Let us be able to have clothes, shelter. That is as simple as that. Let's be able to have good security. We should go out with our chests intact. You will be traveling and be stretching your hair and be trying to look at the few kilometers ahead of you who is on the road. Even if you see security checkpoint, you have to check and check again to be sure they are actually security men, so that you will not run into robbers or kidnappers on the road.
Definitely.
We have bad roads. You need to see the way our road system is very terrible and what. Those are the things we are asking for. Is it that there are no resources? There are. Nigeria is a blessed nation. Nigeria is a nation flowing with milk and honey. We have it in abundance. In fact, we have it in excess. Why are they different? Come on, Anche, fact, dan sarki yana roka a fada. Yana roko a fada. Kai ne dan sarki amma kai ga kadan a fada kana roko. It doesn't make sense.
A fada.
Fada. Allah, HAUSA. Yeah. How can a prince be a beggar in the palace? That is the stage we are in right now. Is it agriculture? See the vast land. When you're traveling the north, you walk kilometers on vast plain land that can be farmed. Is it mountain? We have a lot of beautiful things that we could yield the benefits, the product, a lot of things from in this nation. What is it? Where are we getting it wrong? Okay, these people, we put you guys up there to represent us, to help us. We cannot pack everybody and say, okay, let's go to the presidency, let's be the government of ourselves. No, that is why we choose leaders. That is why we are in a democracy. We practice democracy. Okay, these people are representing us. Okay, since people are representing us, this is what we want. Just do it. But it's difficult. They're not even doing it. Okay, the little we've been managing for, they just said 25 years of uninterrupted democracy.
Yeah.
And then we're celebrating 64 years of independence. Hey, are we actually having anything to celebrate?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are a nation, we have people, we have vast diversity and all. But then development-wise, we are going 10 steps forward, 15 steps backwards. The government are trying their best, they are doing their, but they should keep trying. Maybe their best is not best enough.
Thank you so much, Comrade Ferry Josephine, the people's ambassador.
The people's non-comrades.
No, the people's ambassador. Now that you're talking, before I say one, let me not see in Villa. The number for you to call is 07032353315, 07032353315. And the comments we have is from Unity Radio FM TV. Just thank you so much, Unity Radio FM TV. And we have the one from Beatrut Kubi Adamu. I'm enjoying your show real good. Keep up at Kulbi Watozuma. Oh yeah, now you pay for this advert. Alright, the number to call again and air your views is 07032353315, 07032353315. Call in and air your views regarding these particular two stories we've taken for the day. Yeah.
You know one thing, I love the resilient spirit of the youth right now. The fact that, despite the fact that they know people, there are last protesters are still in detention protesters from NSAS are still in detention, but they are willing to go. Now that's to tell you that no matter what, we really want to get it right. Hello, good morning.
Morning,
Adeumi. Welcome on board.
And the other lady.
Thank you.
God continue to bless.
Amen.
You see, my take this morning is this. I'm not happy with what the plan process. You know why?
Why, sir?
We gave the government more than a month. You understand?
Yes.
To address the issue of Nigerians. When the 10 days plan process ended, the prices of food items and price of fuel skyrocketed. The Nigerians now become very difficult to face. Honestly speaking, it's just for love and understanding. Because people no longer get money. The income is not increasing, so you see expenses keep on increasing on daily basis. So I don't know, maybe this administration wants to see Nigerians going to the government and feeding from the government because they will understand that Nigerians are really going through a lot. And the only thing we'll be hearing is that Nigerians will sacrifice. And the Senate president is even telling Nigerians, they even have to go to be telling Nigerians that they are taking us to the promised land. How? Are we going to pass through the Red Sea? You understand what I'm saying? So if you do not do the meeting, they are the ones that even start and say, let them be eating and let them be dining and whining, let Nigerians go and protest. And still, yes, the Senate president is telling us that they are taking Nigerians to the promised land. When Nigerians cannot even feed for even a thing. So there are people that cannot even get them. People now have become fine bara. You see someone moving on the street and you see that person well dressed. Can I get transportation to my house?
Yeah.
You understand? Please, can you help me with more thing? My children have not eaten at home. And we say we are in a nation and we are hoping to celebrate 64 years anniversary. Please, I am to ask one simple question. I spent maybe like 10 years. And that child refused to work. We need to
No,
we will not be happy, but we are clocking 64 years. Even ordinary refinery we cannot have. Don't go to the refinery is being frustrated. Nigerians are not getting the truth from NNPCL. So tell me one thing to celebrate tomorrow. If not for the hunger and imagine the protest that is on ground again. We are not praying that this protest should go the other way around. And people that will be going out for protest, please and please, we are begging. Please, let's make it peaceful. Don't raise Russian flags. Don't inflict on other people's rights. You can know that the government will understand that Nigerians are really suffering. Because this government will not conclude by this. Our governors, what are our governors doing? People will be complaining in this country ever since independence. Nigeria is the only country being that we are resilient. But we are the only country that will always celebrate a president when that president leaves office. Why? Have we ever asked ourselves that reason? I think we have a lot to do. And our governors too must come out to assist us. Because when President Muhammad removed do the Naira swap with the military, there are particular set of governors like the governor of ex-governor of Kaduna State that took the government, the federal government to court and they regard the money policy. So why are we not getting anything from our governors now? Because they are getting money from the president, giving them a lot of money from the subsidy removal, which is causing Nigerians to suffer. I think we must learn our lesson. The needful must be done by the government before things get out of hand. Thank you, as God continue to bless you people. Happy independence and back.
Thank you so much.
God bless you people.
Amen. Thank you, Adeumi. Yeah, happy independence though. Happy independence.
Can't you? All right, the number to still call and air your comment is 07032353315. 07032353315.
Hello, good morning. All right, I think we lost that call. You know, it's quite sad that instead of celebrating, to me, most of us will really not want to see reason to celebrate.
Definitely.
Yeah, because now only person where they happy they celebrate. Hello. Good morning.
Musa Kekalu, welcome on board. How is Hobuji this morning?
We're fine.
All right, go ahead.
You see, based on the situation on ground, talking about this process, throughout the whole constitution, right we have, is it only this one that you can be able to follow? There are so many avenues. All these things we are talking about this hardship, where are our representatives? Is it not constitutional to go and recall our members? Why are we not channeling it through there? They are keeping quiet. This government doesn't take any decision without their consent. In as far as we continue allowing them not to be the watchdog of the government, these are the points we're debating ourselves. Tell me any constituency throughout the whole federal government that has been able to call one of its members to order. You see, when you come in terms of something that will destabilize issue, that is when you know about your rights. Sudan is an example for us. 10 million people have been displaced and 160 people on death. Let me tell you, anybody who is doing that, many of them that are doing that, each and every one of them have their own motives for what they are doing. My sister, you are talking about the 70,000 naira minimum wage. Now the federal government is up here trying to see that everything comes to reality. Tell me any state government, how many of them are making it to come reality in their various states? Tell me the local governments, among the 775 local governments we have, how many of them are sticking up? If they can move up and see that this thing come into reality, I think some issue of stabilization will come. That's what we hear from all these governors. They are not willing to pay. They are not able to pay. And they are not even willing to reduce the cost of governance. What are we talking about? We are talking only leveling this on the federal government. This is our problem. There's no any other country that lives without any hindrance. But I still have the belief that one day we will overcome our problem. In as far as we say, we just need that we have the two political will to face an issue. Everybody put hand in your them before you go into any process. That thinking, is that the solution? We have just gone out now and we have been calling on government, please allow us to go out and find our daily bread. How to find our daily bread? We forgot it. And I think we need to make an understanding. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Musa Kekalu, for that wonderful fatherly advice. All right, at this verge, we'll be going on one commercial break with the men on the council. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back before we draw the curtain of the program.
Hello at work. Stay calm, keep hustling, and live life to the fullest.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
From the commercials with the men on the console. If you are just tuning in, it's the frequency of Unity 93.3 FM. Just time check here in the studio says 10:50, and it's a point where we'll be drawing the curtain of the program. But before we do that, we have another commercials, and it reads, "Hello Niger, what comes to your mind when you think of Nigeria? When was the last time you took a trip to discover the breathtaking sceneries and iconic landscapes? I bet you never thought about it. Remember how those clips from the Ojude Oba Festival? It broke the internet. That's the power of showcasing how rich the Nigerian culture can be. From Idanre Hills in Ondo State, Kajuru Castle in Kaduna, to the Ogbunike Caves in Anambra, there is so much more for the world to see in Nigeria." MTN just launched the See Niger platform to showcase the true essence of Nigeria and her iconic sights and unique sounds. The platform takes you on an adventure through photos, videos, and stories to help you rediscover the beauty in this country. So if you are interested in repping your state and showing us the way you see it, then this is your moment. This is an invitation to the See Niger contest, where you get the chance to upload your content and tell your Nigerian story just the way you see it. And of course, there are prizes for the person with the most captivating content. To enter the competition, simply 1. Visit the MTN See Niger website _MTN.ng/C_Niger or / to get started. 2. Submit a 1 to 2 minute video entry of a beautiful view of your state that hasn't been seen before. 3. Upload your video on Instagram, X, TikTok or Facebook using the hashtag #SeeNigerWithMTN. 4. Tag at MTNNG and tag your location. The competition kicks off immediately 27 September 2024, World Tourism Day, and will run for 3 months. So what are you doing and what are you waiting for? Go ahead and register today. For you, Josephine. Earlier I told you that you need to actually go.
I will. I'm already in my head. I'm having the idea of what the beautiful locations I want to show. You know, we actually have. In fact, the person that should win this competition should come from Jos, and you know, I'll be the one. Right?
Yeah, I know.
I'll be the one.
All right, your last words to our listener.
All right. So this is the point where I say, don't give up. Keep believing. We are Nigerians. We are known for our strong and resilient spirits. Yeah, we are fighters. We are born fighters. Black, bold, and strong. Keep living and keep believing.
All right, I remain Rukayat Ibrahim. A very big thank you to you all out there who actually find out time to give us your listening ear. And without you sitting out there, we wouldn't be sitting here. Yeah. Thank you so much, Comrade Farid Josephine, for always looking elegant for this particular program. And yes, know that this is my backup plan. And also, we urge you to keep a date with us, same time, same station. And from us to you, we say bye. Bye.
Hello at work. Stay calm. Keep hustling